Hello, I am live for the first time in ages on Rocks and Rituals page. It's so good to be back. I am literally just jumping on for a very quick impromptu live, just for a few reasons really. One, to say thank you to everybody who has sent messages of support and kindness and concern. I am in a much better headspace than I was recently, and I wanted to reach out first of all and say thank you to everybody who has voiced that concern for me. I am absolutely fine. I am much better. I have leaned into my own tools, to Reiki, to art, to writing, meditation, nature, all the things that I talk about, and I have leaned into those to help build my resilience, and I have bounced back really quickly as a result. So I shared the vulnerability simply to let you know that it's okay and that it happens to everybody. So I want to really normalize the fact that every single person can find things tough sometimes. Each one of us can have a difficult time, and it doesn't matter whether you are a Reiki master, whether you are some Zen person all the time, you can still have difficult times, and it's perfectly normal. So that's out of the way, and I just want to say thank you. It was very appreciated, and I am absolutely fine, and I am back. During my time away, I have really revamped and changed things a little bit, and I am really excited because I think the break was needed. The break from the weekly musings in particular was needed, to refresh the content, to refresh the vibe of what was going on. And I have literally just recorded and released the very first brand new podcast episode. The podcast is called Food Nibbles, and it is a play on us living inside a little soul food cafe where you can have bite-sized pieces of things to feed your soul. So the podcast is like the appetizer and the starter portion, and then if you want to dive into the main course, you can jump over to the Soul Food Circle, which is going to be the new paid community membership site where everything's brought into one place. So if you've been following the page, you'll have seen me talk about this, you'll have heard me mention it, but I wanted to jump on live to let you know just how excited I am about it. It's ridiculous how much it's actually lighting me up and giving me butterflies, even just to bring it to fruition and make it live for you. So the podcast is just up, the first episode. It's on Spotify for now. It is all brand new to me, this, okay? Eventually I will work out how to put it elsewhere, but it's on Spotify. If you don't have access to Spotify, you can get a free account. It's doesn't cost you anything to listen to it, or you can go on to anchor.fm and find it in there, just under my name, Debbie Barr. So please do check it out. I've dropped the link in the description of the video so that you can find it and you can maybe have a wee listen. It's just the initial episode, and it's really just telling you kind of what I'm telling you here about how it's all come about and why I'm so excited about it. You see, for ages I have really wanted to bring all of the things that I love to do. I wanted to bring them all into one place, to try and create a place and an area where you could find the little things that help make you happy. Because what I noticed when I was off, taking the time away from the musings, stepping back a little bit from some of the roles and responsibilities I had picked up, I started to reconnect with my creativity. And I started to realise how deeply important that was to me and how that had been missing. That whilst I absolutely adore Reiki and I adore meditation and I adore the tarot and crystals and I love that side of Rocks and Rituals and the business, my artistic self was missing, and my creative self, that yes, I could create courses and I could create content and I can create different things for the business, but I miss the actual sort of therapy of creating just for creation's sake. And it kind of started in two ways, in that in order to regain my headspace and my mental well-being, I found that by picking up the paintbrush and allowing myself to paint again and getting back into my creative flow, that gave me the headspace and it allowed me to find myself again, because I got a little bit lost. So that was part one. And then part two, I started to write again. I used to write stories when I was a teenager. And I started to write stories again, only this time I started to write them inspired by my tarot cards. And I was working on this in the Mystical Moon Circle that I run on Monday nights. I was working with the members in there about using storytelling to talk about the cards and to interpret the cards and to find a way of making that a deeper way to interpret the cards. And I started to write stories about the readings I had done for myself, and writing stories, and it really uncovered a deeper layer of meaning for the cards, if nothing else. And I know the guys in the membership of the tarot group, they really find that beneficial, and they're a way to work on that themselves. So for me, it was the creation of writing the stories and then starting to bring the art in. And I thought, how can I bring this seemingly unrelated stuff into Rocks and Rituals? How can I make it one thing? And I started thinking, well, this really feeds my soul. What about if I created a soul food circle? A place where you can have creativity if you want it. And that creativity doesn't mean that you have to be able to paint or you have to be able to draw before you panic and run away. But it will be a creative space. There will be space in the membership where you can do art challenges if you want, or writing challenges, or journal prompts, or reflection points. There will be a co-working space where, we'll maybe fire a Zoom meeting up and just leave the cameras rolling while we potter about in our creative zone and have coffee together and chat while we do that. There will be, the tarot will still feature. There will be the fortnightly tarot meetings and intuitive development circles. There will be the Reiki healing group. There will be question and answer sessions. There will be masterminds. There will be a book club, because I love to read. So maybe not a book club in the way you think about it, where you're given a book and have to read it, but more a members book corner, maybe, kind of like a little, I sort of envisage it like a little nook with a cup of coffee and a book. And what are you reading? Tell me about what you're reading. What's going on? And is it good? Should I read that? Will I add that to my ever-growing list of things that I'll never get around to reading? That sort of a vibe. It's a more relaxed place where you can dip in and out. I want there to be masterclasses. I'm going to bring group experts in. It's just going to be so cool. It's going to be the best place ever. And I'm going to open it up in January. And in the meantime, what I want you to do is to stick your name on the waiting list. I've dropped the link in the description of the video, but I'll throw it into the comments as well for you. In fact, let me just do that right now while we're live, if it'll let me. I will pop that in. Watch me try and multitask here. rocksandrituals.co.uk/soul food circle. So I've just dropped the link into the comments, and you can go on there and find out more about it. But that's just part of really what I wanted to talk to you about. I've kind of restructured some of the Facebook groups as well. You may have noticed I previously had like a Reiki group, and I had a tarot group, and then I had the mind, body and spirit wellness, and I had a shamanic group, and I was kind of spreading myself too thin. So all the individual little groups have been archived, and just for two reasons. One, there wasn't a huge amount of engagement going on in there in each of the groups. There was little flurries of activity, but nothing much. I want to focus the efforts into the group. The main efforts will be focused into the paid community. But the Mind, Body and Spirit Wellness group will also remain, and it's going to be a place where, the Soul Food podcast will appear as well in there. You'll be able to find information in the little bite-sized chunks in there, but if you want to take it deeper, you're going to come over and jump into the Soul Food Circle. And I hope that it brings you the excitement it brings me. As part of this, as part of the podcast, it's funny how whenever you start to actually lean into the things that feed your soul, that you actually start to really develop this buzz of excitement and passion and happiness, and it lifts you from wherever you're at. And despite all the crazy that's going on in the world, and all the fear and the negativity and the harbingers of doom and the winter of discontent and all this, Do you know whenever you feed your own soul and you light up your own life, you have so much more resilience to deal with that stuff that's going on out there. And it gives you a safe place to be. And what I also wanted to do was make it a community, so that there was a place where you could talk to other members, where you could, you know, share things with each other, where you can come together. And there'll be loads of live sessions, but it's not something else that I want you to think, oh God, there's more things to do, there's so much, I'm going to be behind, there's no point in me joining this because I'll never have time. You know, all the things you talk yourself out of, you know, even though you really want to do it. It's not like that. It's not a course. You don't miss anything. You know, you've nothing to catch up on. But if you want to attend live sessions, they're there. If you can't make the live time, that's okay, because they'll all be recorded and you can jump in at your own time. So, you know, if you're a night owl and you want to sit up to 3 o'clock in the morning doing your thing, there'll be something in there for you that you can check out, because it's all recorded. There's all information in there for you, and it'll be growing over time, you know. So there will be lots of Reiki, there will be lots of tarot, there will be lots of crystal work. There'll be the polls that I've asked people. A lot of people aren't overly keen on the shamanic sort of side of things, so I'll maybe just set that to the side for now and just leave a little bit of content in there, and then if it's something that speaks to you, we'll add it in. You know, but we'll hopefully build this into some massive place for you that is your go-to resource when you need to dip in and feed your soul, where you want to come in and jump into a community, and maybe you have a burning question you want to ask, and then you jump in and you have a chat with people about it. And there'll be regular content there, you know, so it might be that once a month you really are looking forward to the healing circle. Once a month maybe you are looking forward to some business coaching. Maybe you're wanting to start your own business and you want to jump into the business master classes, and they'll all be in the soul food circle too. Because what I've noticed is that when people start to follow what feeds their soul, they start to feel really inspired, and they start to get really excited about the things that they could possibly open up and create a new business with. And then they need a little bit of help and guidance along the way, and I'm happy to offer that. I'm not saying I'm a complete expert, but I have been running my own business for 12 years, so if I can help you avoid some of the mistakes I made and some of the pitfalls, I'm more than happy to do that. So there will be little bits of business in there for those who want it. There'll be Reiki for those who want it. There'll be tarot for those who want it. There'll be art and writing and creativity and meditations. Exclusive content only for members. So you'll not be able to get this stuff elsewhere. Okay, you'll not be able to get the exclusive members only readings and the members only meditations, and the live masterclasses will be free for members, but anyone else who wants to see those will have to pay for them. So it's worth your while getting in. Thing about this is I'm going to release it in January, but I'm only releasing it initially to people who are on the waiting list. So you can get on the waiting list by going to rocksandrituals.co.uk/soul food circle. The link is in the comments. If you go on and get onto the waiting list, what that will do is it will pop you on as a founding member waiting list person, and I will be liaising with you between now and January just to give you behind the scenes nuggets of what's going on from time to time to keep you interested. But you will be offered first dibs on the places when they come free, and you will be given a massively brilliant discount. Like, it will be offered to you at an insanely low price, because I want you guys to really be the founding members and to dig in and help me build this into the brilliant community it is. No one else will get the good price that you guys get. Okay, so it's really, really important that if you want in at a really good monthly rate, you can pay monthly or you can pay annually, and I will be giving you all the details once it goes live. But for now, what I want you to do is get yourself on the waiting list and tell your friends. Get them on the waiting list. Get as many people as you think would be into this stuff. Okay, so it's going to be spiritual things that feed your soul. It's going to be creativity. It's going to be a place for you to come together with other people, and it's going to be so exciting. So what else has been happening? I've also started to create little course bundles. So I have a micro course bundle available at the moment, where you can grab the Shamanic Basics, the Beginner's Tarot and the Crystal Chakras course for a reduced price if you buy them as a 3, and that is available. The link for that will be in the mailing, the mail shot that's going out tomorrow. So if you're not on the mailing list, get yourself on it. And make sure that you are privy to all that information. I'm also in the middle of writing this week. I hope to have it pretty much nailed. I have the outline done, but I am writing a brand new professional tarot reading course that will take you right from complete beginner if needs be, but right through some more intermediate and advanced levels, right up to professional standards, so that if you want to open your own tarot business, you can certainly do that. It's also Halloween today. Samhain is one of my favourite days. It is a day for really being grateful and honouring your ancestors, letting go of the stuff that needs to be let go of as well, and just really honouring the wealth of wisdom that your ancestors have given you. It's the third and final harvest of the year, and it's a time where we let things go that don't serve us anymore, and it's also a time then when we start to sort of come within and look within ourselves. So I'm really excited because I am with the tarot group tonight, the Mystical Moon Days Circle tonight, and we are actually running a Samhain circle along with our specific Samhain spread on our cards, and it's going to be so good. I'm so excited, can't wait. You've maybe seen the picture of my altar up earlier on, which I put up this morning. So that's all I really wanted to say. I wanted to jump on, let you know that I'm good. I'm feeling so much better. Thank you so much for all the support. It is so appreciated. Please get your name on the waiting list for Soul Food Circle. It's going to be the most epic place, and the more that you guys involve yourselves with it and engage with me and tell me what you want, what you like, what you don't like, what you know, then we can build it into this really super brilliant wee place where the community spirit is second to none, where you guys are top, front and center when it comes to being able to engage with each other and help each other. And if you are a bit of an introvert like me, I am quiet. I don't necessarily like being extroverted and being in front of, being involved with lots and lots of things and lots of people. It's okay, because it's the perfect place for introverts, because you can sit in there and you can be as involved or not involved as you want to be, but all the content's there for you, so you can be sitting quietly working your way through the content, or you can come and you can sit in one of the circles. You don't even have to put your camera on. The whole thing is online, okay? So I don't care where you are in the world, as long as you are able to understand me and you're able to jump in and can understand English. That's all that you need. Just jump in, join us. It doesn't matter where you're approaching us from in the world, because I'd really love to make this a global community. And then what we can do is take it even further and start to build little pockets of people all across the world who are shining their light. Imagine what a difference in the world we can make. I'll leave you with that. Have a brilliant day today, whatever you're doing for Samhain, for Halloween. Have a wonderful day, and as November comes tomorrow, make sure you're on the mailing list and you'll get the newsletter tomorrow morning in your inbox. I'll see you soon. Bye.